Have you been trying to download SVG files online but get confused with the zip folders that come through and you're not sure how to use them or how to get the SVGs into your cutting machine software? Don't worry, it's really easy and this video is going to show you how. Hello and welcome to Craft with Sarah. In this video, I'll show you how to unzip or extract folders on a Windows computer, a Mac, an Android mobile device, and an iPad or an iPhone device. All of those are included in this one video. Here on the screen shows the timestamps in the video when each of the different sections start. So if you're looking for a particular type, you can go straight to that time on this video to watch only the part that's relevant for you. Before we get started, let's have a little look at why you need to extract or unzip folders after downloading them before using SVG files in Cricut Design Space. I've downloaded one as an example. Here's the zip folder. This is for an Easter SVG available at craftwithsarah.com. If I was to just go into this without unzipping and find the SVG and drag it in, Design Space is going to show an error. It will say something went wrong and it will be unable to upload the image. That's because it is unable to read files included in zip folders. That's why we need to unzip first, then Design Space can see the files. Here's how to download and unzip on a Windows computer. First, find the design that you want to use and download it. Your internet browser might then show an option for you to open it straight away. If that's the case, you can right-click and press Show in Folder. We want to open up the Downloads folder directly rather than the zip file. So doing that has brought up my Downloads folder. You can also get to your Downloads folder by clicking in here and then going into this PC and Downloads. Or yours might be somewhere else depending on your individual computer settings. Once you've located the zip folder on your computer, it's time to unzip it. Right-click on the folder and press Extract All. Choose where you want to save it and press Extract. That will make a copy of the folder, only this time it doesn't have the little zip picture along the side. If you want to at this point, you can click on the original, the one that does have the zip on the picture, and it will end in .zip in the folder name. Please note that depending on your computer settings, you might not see the .zip at the end because some settings will hide that for you. But you know which one is the zip one because the picture has a zip. And let's just show it to you a bit bigger. There we go, that's the one. Now you've unzipped it, you can delete the original one if you want by clicking it and pressing delete on your keyboard. And then this is the unzipped version, also known as the extracted version, and these are the files you would load into Cricut Design Space. If you have a Cricut machine, you can save space on your computer by deleting some of the versions included in the download folder if you're using a Craft with Sarah design. We include lots of different versions for different types of cutting machine, as well as hand cutting with scissors. If you're using a Cricut, you can delete the folders that start 02, 03, 04 and 05. You could also delete the print or sublimation versions if you're sure that you're never going to want to do that with the file you've downloaded. Note that not all of my files come with all of these folders. It depends a little bit on the exact design you've chosen, but for layered designs, most of them do come with these. So I could delete the 2, 3, 4 and 5 to save some space on the computer. And the SVG file is in the 01 Cricut version folder, and that's the one you'd upload to Cricut Design Space. Here's how to unzip on a Mac. First, find the design that you want to download and download it. You can then either open it from your downloads here or go to your Finder and then click into Downloads. You can see my zip folder here. To unzip on a Mac, it's really easy. All you do is double click on the zip folder and it will do it for you. You can see there's now a second version. You can delete the original zip folder to save space. And then look inside the new one. And here are all of your files. We can open this up to see everything that's included. If you're using a Cricut, you would use the file in the 01 Cricut version folder. To save space on your computer, if you have a Cricut, you could delete the files that are for other types of cutting machine, as well as the hand cutting versions. You could also delete the print or sublimation versions if you know you won't be needing them. Before we get started on the Android version, I just want to add a slight disclaimer that I haven't really ever used an Android phone. I have one which I used for this video to give it a go, but you may find there is a better way to download and unzip on your Android, or it might be a little bit different depending on the type of phone that you've got. The one that I'm using is a Motorola. Hopefully this is helpful to get a general idea though, but if it's not, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I'm using Google Chrome on this Android device. First, find a file you want to download and go ahead and download it. Then press Open. Press Extract, and then it will unzip or extract all the files for you. You then may have the option to delete the original zip folder. You may as well go ahead and do that as you won't need it now you've unzipped it. You might find that all of the files end up in one big list like this, but here's how you can use that a little easier. From your Downloads folder, you can then see all of the files all put in one place, with the subfolder names along the top. It seemed to dump every single file I downloaded into the same folders without keeping the original folder structure, but you can delete the ones you don't need by selecting all and moving to the bin like this. If you're using a Cricut, then you need the ones in the 01 Cricut version folder. So any of the others, for example 03 layers separated in order, you can select everything in there and delete it. You don't have to, you can keep it all on your phone if you want, but this will help save some of your storage space. I'm going through and deleting some of the other versions, just making sure I keep that Cricut version one you can see on the top left. And it's that 01 Cricut version folder that I would use when uploading the SVGs into Cricut Design Space. On an iPhone, find the file you want to download and then download it. Click Download. Once it's downloaded, you can get it by clicking the arrow here next to the URL box, or go directly to your Downloads folder. Here's my Downloads folder, and to unzip, you can either press and hold and then press uncompress, or even easier, simply tap on the zip folder and it will extract it. You can delete the original zip folder by pressing and holding on it, scrolling to the bottom of this list and pressing delete. You don't need this now you've got the unzipped version. Tap into the unzipped version to see what's inside. If you're using a Cricut, you want the files in the 01 Cricut version folder. If you are with a Cricut, you can delete the 02, 03, 04 and 05 folders to save some space on your iPhone. These are intended for other types of cutting machine or for hand cutting. To delete, press and hold, scroll down the list, and then delete is at the bottom, tap that and they'll go. On an iPad, find the design you want and then download the folder. Once it's downloaded, you can see it by clicking the arrow at the top of the browser, but I find it's easier to go back to your home screen, go into Files and then Downloads. Here's my folder. You can either press and hold and then click uncompress, or simply tap to unzip. You can see now I've got a separate version in here. You can then delete the original zip folder. You don't need that anymore once you've unzipped it. Click into the unzipped one and then all of the subfolders are in here. 01 Cricut version is the one you need for a Cricut. If you are using a Cricut, you can save some space on your iPad by deleting some of the other folders. 02 to 05 are all intended for other types of cutting machine, so you can delete those if you've got a Cricut, and maybe the print sublimation ones too if you know you won't be using them. I hope that this video was helpful to show how to unzip folders on Windows computers, Macs, Android devices, iPhones and iPads. If this has been helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more Cricut tutorials and free SVGs. If you have any questions about the unzipping process, email hello@craftwithsarah.com and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. For even more tutorials on how to use a Cricut machine, a silhouette machine, or a scan and cut machine, head to craftwithsarah.com/help. From there, you can choose your type of machine and then that will show you videos and tutorials especially for you. If there's anything that you can't see that you would like to see there, leave me a comment below with your suggestions. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Bye!